Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Adulting with Dion, where we try to clear some doubts about adulting. Grab a drink, take a seat, and let's begin. Today, let's talk about starting a small business in Singapore. It's not something that everybody will do, start a small business. But if that is something you want to do, then listen to this episode. So I have a small business called Delicate Ornaments, also known as Dello. It sells sterling silver jewelries and also natural crystal accessories such as bracelets, necklace or earrings. We do like customizations as well, for like phone straps or body straps or keychains. This is like my side business, also like my little passion project on the side. So it started back in 2020 when everyone was quarantined at home during the circuit breaker. I've always wanted to like start a small business and like try selling stuff, And I was looking for like silver accessories or like jewelries on ASOS. I remember there weren't a lot of jewelries or choices for me to choose from, so I was like, maybe I can look into this. And when I started brainstorming for the brand, I wanted something to have the same initials as my name. So I wanted D and O. So I went to Google and like searched for some names, potential names, and then I came up with Delicate Ornaments. So like Dion Hong and Delicate Ornaments, so like DO. I started with like sterling silver jewelries, so no crystals yet. Crystals only came in like 2022 when my sister joined me in the business. I first got my samples, my products from EU China, and then they were like wholesale price, so which is why I can price my items quite affordably, I guess. My sister joined me to sell crystals only in 2022 when she was getting into crystals, and then she got a lot of like extra pieces of bracelets that she owned, and then she wanted to sell them. So I was like, yeah, you can join me on this business and we can sell together. Okay, so this episode, right, I'm gonna share some things that you should take note of when you're starting a small business, or like things that you should consider before you put in any funds or any money to start the business. Okay, so they're not in any particular order that you should do things, but then these are just generally things that you should consider before starting. So first out, you need to know the business idea and also the current market. You have to consider things like whether your market for this current business idea of yours, whether is it very saturated or if your idea is very new. So if it's very saturated, then how are you going to stand out from other brands and also attract customers? Or if your idea is very fresh and very new, how are you then going to attract people to use your products or use your service? And try to do some market research. You can be asking your friends about it, their general idea or feelings towards you opening up a shop or doing a business on the product or service. But once you're set and you're determined about this idea, right, then you should decide whether you are going to do this alone or is this going to be a partnership, or you're going to have a group of people to do this with. You can of course do things alone, and then you can also outsource, but then that would take a lot more money. It would be helpful if you have a partner or people that you can rely on when things that you don't know how to do, you can get help. I think people say like don't do business with your family or with your friends because things tend to go sour. I don't really agree. It really depends on the person and how you guys work together as a team. So just give it a try, I guess. Okay, next is business branding. It is also known as the business name, the logo, the values, the mottos, the story of the brand, the color palette and overall concept of the brand. So that's the branding aspect. This actually is quite a lot of work, and it takes quite a long time for you to decide and then come up with all these things. But you can Google it, and then just start the process. This does not really require any money, just a lot of brainstorming, I guess. So actually my color palette and my design, such as like my logo, my font, I actually hired a friend to do it for me. It is actually quite expensive. When I hired my friend to do it, right, I didn't know it would be so freaking expensive. So there were a few things that I got my friend to do for me. So it's design the logo, come up with the color palette for the brand. I think he came up with like 4 or 5 colors. Then he also added like 2 commercial fonts that I can use in my business for marketing, for anything on my website. And then all of those things, right, came out to $800. For someone that's starting out in like this small business thing, that is actually quite a lot of money just to go into designing. But then I was like, since he's my friend, I was like, just do it lah. I know he's the expert. So I was more alright with paying that amount. But actually, I don't know the market rate. So like, if you guys are in the industry, please let me know if like 800 is too much for all the things that I've listed. And then back then, he was studying design, so he wasn't really in the industry yet. So I don't know whether he's like quoting me a little bit too high or what, but whatever is done is done, okay? Talking about money, you need to set a budget for your business, okay? And there are a lot of things that you have to do for a business. So it can be the products, it can be designing, can be marketing, can be operation needs as well. So I think for me, right, I started with like $5,000, and then as your business grow, your expenses will also grow, your assets will also grow. So you have to plan for those as well. Where did I get my money from? It is from my savings. Yeah, you can get from your own personal savings, you can get from loans, you can get from grants, and also like investors, your parents, your family, or anyone that has money that wants to invest you in your business. Or you can do like a little crowd fund. I'm not sure if you guys are into that. Like, I think that's quite difficult. It's a lot of work. But for me, yeah, I used my own savings from when I was flying. So this was during COVID, right? So I had like a little money saved up. Yeah, and also I just want to mention, I did save a lot on storage space because jewelries does not require like a lot of space, like unlike clothes and stuff. But you also have to make sure like your storage space that you have is not like humid, or else like molds will like grow on your products, which is quite bad. I had like some packaging that like grew molds. Then I was like, no, this is not it. Okay, then I think I should show you guys, right? So for my silver accessories, I do keep them in this little case that I got from Spotlight. So inside has like little containers like this, like little sleeves that you can actually put your jewelries in, yeah. And then each individual jewelry has a little plastic sleeve. They're all labeled, so I know which collection are they from or what items are they at. So I actually have 2 of these containers. I don't really need a lot of space to like store my stuff. And then when I first started looking at jewelries, right, so I wanted to see what they look like in real life. So I actually ordered some samples of what I found like interesting, and like some jewelries that had the potential to be in the first collection. I wanted to also see like which supplier is the best for like future collections as well. And yes, so I got my products from Taobao. Okay, Taobao, if you buy 1 item each, is quite expensive. It's like a store price, but like slightly cheaper. But then you have to get them wholesale to get like a cheaper price. Yeah, so that's how it works, huh? I can actually show you guys some of the rejected products. So these are some of the rejected items that I have. I got this like silver chain, but I didn't like how the chain is not very thick and it's very thin. And this is sterling silver as well, so it doesn't rust after like so long. Yeah, and then also you have to think about how much products you want to get. And it really depends on your storage space, your projected sale, and of course your budget for your first collection. And then for me, right, I made the mistake of like ordering too many for my first collection. Like I ordered like I think like 30 of each design in silver, and then 30 of it in I think 18K gold-plated sterling silver. So that's too much. Like really, there's a lot. And then I had like 20 different designs. So it amounted to quite a big amount. And then I was like maybe a little bit too optimistic, and I didn't really projected my sales properly. So like up to today, I still have like 3 or 4 left of a certain design that didn't really sell well. So if you guys are interested, right, they're on sale on my website. So things like ear cuffs. Ear cuffs are not really popular with people, I guess. People generally don't know about ear cuffs. So they don't know how to wear it and stuff. So that one didn't sell really well. So yeah, don't order too much if you're gonna just like try out first, okay? I would recommend like maybe 10 of each design if you're starting out, but also it depends on the size or the different designs that you want. And I must mention that the rings that I got, right, they're all adjustable, so I don't have to get like different sizes to fit like every finger, you know, which is better in terms of stocks. I don't have to get so many. But then of course there are people that don't really like this kind of adjustable rings, so it's really up to you whether you want to get it and sell it and how you want to market your products. Okay, next is my packaging. Okay, my packaging like sort of evolved over time. Yeah, there was so I got my friend to help me design, right? He actually came up with some potential packaging for me as well. It was not really viable because it was quite expensive to get those custom molds to make the packaging, but I found something similar on Taobao as well. So I got this jewelry box. These are my first ever packaging. These are Dello boxes. Yeah, so inside they have black sponges as well, so for you to put your rings or your jewelries. So for that I got two different. As you saw, there's a rectangular one and then there's a square one. But then what I found, right, I found out that it was quite wasteful because most customers will get the boxes and then they'll throw it away because it's just a packaging to them. It's not really something that they will keep. It's sort of like waste space as well. It's not that it is expensive or what, but I don't want to create so much waste out of selling one product. So I do still have the boxes, but then they're all for like special occasions instead. You know, maybe someone wants to get a gift for their friends, or like for Christmas or for Chinese New Year, then I'll give the box. I managed to get pouches. So this is the latest packaging that I have for the jewelries and like for the products. I actually have two. I'll put a picture of it here. I have the button one and also the ribbon one. So these two packaging, they are around the same price, and so the pouches are what I currently use. And then if someone wants to buy a present for their friend, I will include the pouch and also the box. Yeah, so I think it's pretty nice. And on top of that, right, I also do have like plastic slips for like the crystal jewelries or the crystal accessories. Yeah, so like the small pouch, right, they can like bring around. It will be more portable. They can bring around their bags. They can put like their own small little items, like a lipstick or lip balm. It's better, I guess. It's less likely that they will throw that away. And then I also have this thank you card. This is a thank you card that I designed. A pretty simple thank you card. I included like a discount code for like 10% off the next purchase, and I also have my socials, my social media accounts as well. I eventually stopped doing that, and then I got like cards instead. I also have this paper bag as well. My sister got this made for our pop-up. So we do have booths and pop-up from time to time around the island. So this is for the physical purchase, or when my friends want to buy something and then I can pass it to them using this. Yeah, it has a little bit of marketing into it as well, so you know, people in the public can see your brand. Hello. Other than the packaging of the product, you also have to look at the mailing as well. The mailing bag, the mailing slips can be bubble wrap, filler paper, or packing paper. Your mailer bags, right? What size is ideal for your products? If it's clothes, then it has to be bigger. Then I do have like a big box. I can show some photos here. So this is when people buy like a lot of products. Then I can pack them in these little boxes and then send them out as well. Then for delivery services, right, I used to use like Ninja Van because my previous place used to have a Ninja Van drop-off point right below my house. So like TLDR, Ninja Van has this thing called Ninja Packs, where you can just buy and you can just pack it, then do the delivery details on the app, and then just drop it at their drop-off point. Then they'll just send it to the customer. Once I moved to Choa Chu Kang, there wasn't any like drop-off points that were near my place, so I stopped using Ninja Van. And then just nice, I think SingPost has they came out with this mailing sticker. So you just buy this mailing sticker for $2. You stick it onto your package, and then they will send it to you. You just have to drop off at the letterbox, and then everywhere has letterbox, so you just drop it in a letterbox. They will deliver it like a normal letter. Speaking of mailing slips, I do have a printer to print out like TikTok mailing slips, because I do sell on TikTok as well. So you might want to get that if you have a lot of mass orders on your website or on your other e-commerce accounts where you have to do a lot of printing. Talking about websites, I do run my website using Shopify. It is pretty good for like inventory and also like the POS system, point of sale for my physical booth. I also built my own website on Shopify. They do have a template that I bought the template from in the store. Then I just built on from there. Last time we used to have this integration where you can use like Facebook and Instagram, the shopping. Then you just upload the products on the Shopify. You can link automatically to all the other platforms. But then now they no longer have it. So like it's like lesser integration. Yeah. Then in terms of like the channels that I sell on, it's mainly my website, my TikTok shop, and also physical pop-up, physical booths. And I do get DMs on my Instagram as well, so that also can be considered one of the channels that I sell. Shopify, the POS system is pretty good for those who do have like physical stores or do like pop-up, because then you can use your iPad or your phone or whatever to just sell the items. Just click, then they will show you the amount, then you just pay. They can actually enter their card details and pay on the iPad itself. Then you can also send a receipt to your customers if they just enter their email, so that's like pretty good. And then they do have like other tools and equipments for the POS system, so like your card reader or your scanner or your receipt printer. But then those things, right, they are freaking expensive. I'm not sure, like if you do have a physical store, then okay, sure, you can go ahead and get it. But then if you don't have a physical store, I don't think you should get it because it's freaking expensive. But still good to check it out. You don't really need a website to start selling your stuff. So I have a friend that sells on TikTok shop. She do pop mat phone straps or body straps. She actually mainly sell on TikTok shop and also Instagram. So it's like a small business side hustle, also like a passion project for her. So you don't need to get Shopify if you are looking at doing it like small scale. Yeah, I do take like my own photos. So for like product photos or model shoot photos, I do take them myself. And of course you can like outsource this, but then it's also quite expensive, I think. Especially if you have a lot of products in your collection, then you have to take a lot of photos and it can take up the entire day to just take product shoots. Yeah. I do recommend to do shoots from 1 to 4 p.m. That's where the sun looks the best, and then the natural sunlight is like good for photos. And I do have a whiteboard that I use to take photos. So that one, right, I got it from like my previous bed frame. So I dismantled my bed because I didn't like it. Then they have this like white color bed frame, so I use it to take photos. And for the models, I actually got my friends from flying, like my stewardess friends, to model for me. Yeah, or like I have some friends that are better looking. I got them to help me model my jewelries, and then but you can of course find models online on Fiverr, on Carousel, or influencer groups to model for your products. But of course they do come with a little price. Yeah. Okay, for my friends, right, I do give them some of the products in exchange. If they like the items, then sure, why not? I just give it to them as like a gesture for helping me. Okay, let's move into the legal aspects of owning a small business. You do have to register for a business license under ACRA to formalize your brand and also your business. So when I created my Taobao account, right, they actually needed a business profile to create a Taobao account, to create an Alibaba account. Did I say Taobao previously? I meant Alibaba, sorry. So I buy my stuff from Alibaba, so yeah. I think it is around 100 or 150 for you to start a business, a brand, and then get a business profile. So my friend that does the pop-up body strap, she don't really have an ACRA account, she don't have a business profile, because also it's just a side hustle, a small business kind of thing. So it's really up to you on how much of a scale you want to operate your business on. Okay, but no matter what, right, I would think that it is good if you have a page for your terms of service. your page for privacy policy, and also shipping/service policy. Yeah, so this one I learned from Shopify. It says that this is to protect you as a business, and then it really lists down the terms and condition of your website, of your products and your service. It does state like the refund and exchange policy, so I'll link it in the description box. Yeah, and then I did some giveaways, and then the giveaways also have terms and conditions, so that's where I also can put them. So it helps to protect your brand lah. And also one thing that you guys should do when you have a small business is keep all your receipts and all the e-copies of things that you bought. Yeah, so this will be easier when you are doing accounting and when you're filing your taxes. So you can open up like an album in your phone that says receipt. Then you just take picture every time when you buy stuff for maybe your products or your cameras or your props or anything like that, just to do accounting. Yeah, I've ever got asked on Lemonade, how did I build an audience from scratch? If you are a normal person with like family and friends, you will have an audience from scratch. Yeah, so like they will be your first audience. You know, just post and upload your products as per normal. Let your family and friends know that you are starting a small business and you appreciate their help, you know, to help spread the word. Yeah, so don't be afraid that you don't have an audience and you are like imposter syndrome kind of thing. Like everybody has to start from somewhere, so just do it. Just take the first step. Yeah, your friends and your family can help you to share your products, spread the awareness, and you just gotta ask. Yeah. One way for me to reach more people was to do a giveaway. I've done a few giveaways so far. Some are good, some are bad, but then just know, right, there are this group of people in Singapore that creates like social media accounts like Instagram or whatever. Their sole purpose of the Instagram account is to join all these giveaways. So what I'll advise you, right, is to really go and click in everybody that participated in the giveaway, and then look at whether they are just bot behavior, whether they are like just reposting giveaways in hopes that they will just win anything. I wouldn't say it's right or wrong, but it's like ethically it's not right, because I'm doing a giveaway to show appreciation for those who have supported my brand. So when I see these accounts, right, I'm like, no, I wouldn't select these people. I wouldn't even include them in the giveaway. Well, that's one way for me to like, I guess, to show appreciation to those who actually have bought our products or are following us for a long time or have interacted with us in terms of our content. Yeah, so that's one way to like build audience. You can build audience by collaborating with other brands as well. If you have other friends that are doing small businesses, you can maybe do together. Yeah, so all of that comes into like marketing your product. So for marketing, right, you need to know that it takes up the biggest portion of your budget. It is quite insane, but I think all businesses are like that. Yeah, where marketing takes up a lot of money. So be it like social media marketing, email marketing, or just traditional marketing, any form of marketing, it takes up a lot of time and a lot of effort, and also a lot of money. Yeah, but I think it's quite important to do any form of marketing. You don't have to do all of it, but just do at least one, to get your brand out there. Jump scare! Today's episode is brought to you by Maxi eyes. I have been wearing this contact lens for the past few months and I've been loving them so much. I always wear them for errands, when I'm going out, when I'm heading for events. I need my eyes to be moist and also ready to talk to people and not dry when you're in aircon room or when the fan is blowing in your eyes. And I can wear them for long hours throughout the day. So if you're looking for contact lens to try out, don't mind trying out Maxi eyes today. Moving on with the episode. I mentioned about boothing and like setting up pop-ups around the island. So I do set up like booths from time to time. It started like last year. My sister and I, we started boothing at Ang Mo Kio at IT Central. We were there for 1 month, and then the experience there was quite amazing. Yeah, the students and the teachers there were super kind to us, and then like for sale wise, it was not bad. Like I think for that 1 month, like Monday to Friday, we earned about 3 to 4K. So I think it's not bad for a small business like mine. Yeah, after that, right, we tried like other locations around the island, but some are good, some are pretty bad. It really depends on the traffic, the human traffic, and also the audience that is targeted. Audience is the right people that your brand should be selling to. Yeah. Okay, so for like booths, right, we usually find them on T Cartel or Invade. There are also like Facebook groups, but then those are more shady. I've ever once booked IMM space for one of the Christmas events, and then it got like last minute cancelled. And then I thought I got scammed because the money didn't come back in, right? And then they were not contactable. I went to search up their website, it wasn't there anymore. So I actually called the police and everything. Then it turns out that they really got like cancelled. The event really got cancelled, and then the company also got cancelled. But they eventually did refund me my money. But then still, it's like pretty shady, like how they are on Facebook and stuff. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I think like that's all I can share about like starting a small business. I'm not sure if I've covered everything. I'm sure there are a lot of other things that I can talk about, like influencer marketing or like collaborating with other people, with other brands. Let me know if you guys have any questions. But I would say, right, I was definitely more active in the brand like during COVID, like releasing new collections like maybe every 3 months or so, and then going for like model photo shoots for the products. Right now I'm more of taking like a backseat and then just taking in customization orders, and also not really having a lot of marketing out there. So like I'm now focusing on finishing my degree, and I will be in Seoul in July. So I will be packed. I'm also doing content creation, like this thing is taking a lot of my time. And my sister is also working full-time as well. So the brand, we are still doing it, it's just that we have slowed down the operations a little bit. Yeah, so I will definitely be vlogging more in Korea. So do stay tuned to that. There will be more of a vlog. I wouldn't be doing podcasts, I think. Okay, yeah, so that's all for today. If you haven't learned anything from today's episode, I hope that you at least enjoy it. Thank you so much for tuning in. In the next episode, we will be talking about solo traveling in your 20s. Yeah. If you are watching on YouTube, please help me like, share, and subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions or any tips for starting a small business. You can just comment down below. If you're on Spotify, please rate me 5 stars if you haven't already done so. I shall see you next week on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Goodbye. Bye. Oh, and also, right, my business won like a SME 500 award. I don't know if I want to talk about this. Like, it's kind of like a little bit of a scam. Like, you have to sign up for it and then you have to pay for the award. I don't know if it's good or bad, but I think that it will be more beneficial if your brand has some sort of credentials to it, I guess. So it's really up to you and your budget to whether you want to pay for this kind of award. So really, that award was really bought. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna include this in the main video. I'm gonna put it at the end.